Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Jeff. I have with me my co-host Tech over there. Say hi, Tech.
Hey all.
A little bit of lag, but that's okay.
Compensating for lag. Should be there now.
All right. And then we have Mr. Power Force himself, the Gold Phoenix Ranger, Mr. James Phoenix. And welcome to Spandex LOG. Yes, that's right. Welcome to Spandex LOG, our monthly show, and it's going to be every month about this time. This last Saturday of every month, if we can pull it off. We're going to talk about all things Power Rangers, Kamen Rider, Sentai, and random Tokusatsu that we see fit. So, to kick things off for today, Dino Charger. It's morphin' time. I did it backwards, but that's okay. Oops.
I didn't know we were playing that. Hang on.
Oh, it didn't spin up. Oh, there we go. I have to pull it down. Energize. Yeah, the red charger is the one that I happen to have in the gun at the time. The gun comes with actually, I think, the black one and the green one there in my room over there somewhere.
Oh yeah. Ha! Red Mighty Morphin Power.
Fine, it's more relevant.
Okay, you know what? Screw this. It's morphin' time. Triceratops. And yes, that's the original Triceratops coin.
Nice.
Power Morpher.
Yeah, he wins. Anyway.
Oh, that sound nice.
Eight.
Okay.
But this is literally the only morpher I've got. So
This is the only morpher I've got. What's your point?
Tech has
I've
all of
got
them.
the Power Morpher on hand. I've got the Samurai Morpher, the Japanese version, the Shuriken Ball. On hand, I've got the Go-Go Changer. I've got the Xeonizers somewhere. Turbo Morpher somewhere as well.
Nice. Anyway, let's playing around with toys.
Also, I'm glad they let it open up like that, because rumor had it before they came out with the toy that they weren't going to allow it to do that, and well, they did. So thank you, thank you, Saban, for not putting the kibosh on that for American release.
No thanks, Saban. Thank Bandai.
What, the Chomp-a-Chomp?
Yeah, because originally you weren't going to be able to do that. It was just going to stay open, and I'm like, oh.
Chomp-a-Chomp.
But anyway, I'll put that down, and we'll kick over to Mr. Power Force to kick things off with Power Ranger news.
All right. It's morphin' time. Ha! All right. Anyway. So. Let's see here. Give me one sec. No.
I thought you had stuff open and ready to go.
I do. I thought I had it open and ready to go as well. Apparently, I do not. So my apologies on that. Let's go ahead with this. Start off here. All right. So let me see if I can make this running. Do this and this. Numero uno.
Yeah.
It was announced just a couple days ago that we have cast comedian and actor Bill Hader to portray the voice of Alpha 5 in the new MMPR movie coming out next year.
Yeah. One of his most recent roles, the voice of Fear from Inside Out.
Yes, he was.
Fair enough. As long as you don't allow him to write the comedy, I think we'll be fine. The last thing I want Alpha 5 to become is a walking SNL sketch. That would be fucking stupid.
I don't know. In all fairness, that could be interesting because he's also a writer on South Park.
Oh, crap.
Yeah, but from what I understand, when he came aboard as the writer, that's when South Park went downhill.
Yeah, that's the opinion of Chris the Ball, to be taken with a grain of salt.
Fair enough. I honestly haven't watched that much South Park. I watched a lot of older South Park.
Yeah, I haven't either. He may be entirely right. I'm not disavowing his opinion before anybody gets that idea. It's just that that's one person's opinion. It may or may not be true.
True. Fair enough. But
Anyways,
yeah, I'm not a huge
next thing.
fan of Bill Hader. I'm not too familiar with his work, but I've seen him on like SNL and stuff, and it's like Lionsgate, you know, with the recent shitstorm that's come out around SNL alum, was this really the best choice?
What shitstorm is that?
Ghostbusters.
Yeah, but what you gonna do?
Not saying he's going to be as controversial as they were, but still, honestly, at least for 2016 and probably 2017, I would have steered clear of SNL alum for that reason. Just saying.
Fair enough, but
Yeah.
he's a funny dude. I mean, he's been in quite a few things.
Fair enough. I reserve judgment until I see everything in action and hear him actually voice Alpha 5, but I'm not too impressed with his casting choice.
You want evidence he could do this? You want evidence he can pull this off? Did you see Star Trek Into Darkness?
Yes.
He was the voice of a starship computer,
Okay
What?
then.
specifically on the USS Vengeance.
Fair enough.
What?
Yeah. So
Also, wasn't he in Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs?
he was. He's the voice of the main character, Flint Lockwood.
Flint Lockwood!
Yep. He also played General Custer in Night at the Museum Battle for the Smithsonian, and he played Andy Warhol, aka Agent W, in Men in Black 3. Also in Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, he was a voice known only as The Voice.
Well, at least it wasn't the face.
Yep. Like I said, the voice of Fear and Inside Out.
Fair enough.
He was apparently the vocal consultant for BB-8 in The Force Awakens.
That's not something you want out there. Considering how polarizing, from what I understand, BB-8 was.
He's also the voice of Leonard, the main villain Pig from the Angry Birds movie.
Yep. I think vocal consultant to BB-8 is not something you want there. It's akin to I was Jar Jar Binks. It's not something you want known to the public.
Why? BB-8 is fucking awesome.
I don't know. Like I said, I've heard mixed reviews. It's kind of split, just like the Star Wars fandom actually is split and stuff. There are people who like the movie, people who hated the movie, people who like Disney with it, people who hate Disney with it. There's people who loved BB-8. Majority of them, I understand, are like kids and stuff because that's kind of who it was geared toward.
Yeah.
But there's a majority of people who fucking hate BB-8. So
Fair enough.
As someone who actually saw Star Wars: The Force Awakens in cinema, it was a good movie. It kept the basically the repetition of plot point sort of thing from the first and the fourth movies.
Yep.
Because if you look at it, it's basically here's what happens in episodes 1 through 2, so 1 through 3, and you see it as an echo in 4 through 6. 7 is already echoing 1 and 4, and that's what JJ was going for. BB-8 is this generation's R2-D2.
yeah.
Yes, that's the idea.
But we'll see how Hader does. Also, as I pointed out off air when we were talking about this, and I know Tech agrees, if he's just going to be the voice, why didn't you hire Richard Horvitz?
The original Alpha.
Probably the same reason they didn't hire David Fielding if Zordon was just going to be a face and a voice. Because this is a reimagining and they wanted to go with a whole new interpretation of these characters.
Well, I get the feeling Zordon isn't just going to be a face in the voice, and also the face would be a big enough reason to cast somebody else if they wanted a different look for him. But I get the feeling Zordon is they're probably going to use him more like, at least in the beginning, more like the wizard dude from Jew Ranger. he's actually going to be walking around, and then he's going to get trapped in the time thing, the time capsule thing.
Yeah, that is possible.
Because especially since they're going with this is all alien tech, blah blah blah. I could see Zordon starting out as an actual person. Especially if they're getting Bryan Cranston, I totally see him actually having full screen time for at least.
I can see that.
Make it worth hiring him.
Basically.
Pretty much. Well, ties to Power Rangers and acting cred is enough. Is worth it alone to hire him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But yes, so we'll see. I hope Bill Hader does a good job. But this is, I will admit, one of the first casting choice I've seen for this movie that makes me go, don't totally agree with that.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and reserve judgment because I like Bill Hader. He's a funny dude. I think depending on how they're playing Alpha, he could do a really good job.
Fair enough. What do you think, Tech?
Yeah. I'm going to try and wait and see, but I don't have high hopes.
Fair enough.
I got low expectations. At least you can't underperform to low expectations.
That is true.
So moving on to the other movie news.
Is that Mastodon?
Yes, admittedly, that Mastodon looks badass. Like, I like the fact that his tusks are cannons. That looks so cool.
Yes, indeed. We got a series of 5 posters, which I'll scroll through I will scroll through in a moment, showing off the Zords for the new movie, one for each color Ranger. Here's the Black Ranger on the Mastodon Zord. You can see the trunk there, along with the tusk cannons.
Tusk cannons.
Yep.
I want to see the full Zords. I want to see what they look like.
Oh, yeah. Is this showing my cursor, by the way? Can you see me pointing at things?
Yes.
Okay, and here's Zach's up here. And, yep. Here's the Triceratops. With the, of course, horns up here. And
just relaxing.
Yeah.
I love what Andre said about the Blue Ranger there when he reviewed the images.
What did he say?
He's like, you look at all the Rangers, and you get the Blue Ranger, and brother's just straight up chilling on the Zord, like, what's up?
Yeah. Somebody photoshopped Andre's face into that picture too.
Nice. Admittedly, I kind of like the look of the Triceratops a little bit. Like, I like the fact that his horns are like big fuck off blades. I'm like, that looks cool.
It does. It does. Very cool. What else we got? We're not there yet. We'll get to those in a minute. No, here we go. And the Pink Ranger.
See, I want to see more what that sort looks like because I can't envision a pterodactyl with that image.
Okay, well, I'm going to help you with this. Now, see where she's sitting?
Yes.
This is the neck.
Is that basically
this is its head down here, and this is a wing that's up.
Okay, then.
Okay.
Basically, here, I'll help you with this. Hang on, here. Basically, what you're seeing, I'll show you. Come on. Okay. Basically, what you're seeing from a side angle is, let's see, I'm trying to figure out which way you would see it. Basically, what you're seeing is the pterodactyl like this.
Oh, okay.
And she's sitting here.
Fair
That's
enough.
what you're seeing.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, it still looks weird. I still want to see the whole thing.
Yeah.
Focus on you, Jim. Focus on you. There you go.
Okay. So we got pink there, and then we got the Red Ranger sitting on the Tyrannosaurus tail there.
Again, referencing Andre, I love what he said about this photo.
What's that?
I assume that's the back of the Tyrannosaurus. Because if it ain't the back of the Tyrannosaurus, then we got some issues. Because if that's the front of the Tyrannosaurus, he's sitting on something else.
Oh!
Yeah.
Actually, if you look closely what it is, if you look at the Tyrannosaurus' leg down here, this is his shin and this is his knee right here. Yeah. So actually, that is the front. This is the teeth right here up top. That is the front of the Tyrannosaurus. He just got his tail swung around, pointed in front of him.
Yeah. Yeah, but I was like,
But
I assume that's the
still-
tail. 'Cause if that ain't the tail, he's sitting on something else.
Yeah. Pretty much.
God damn it!
That's
I
interesting.
love you, Andre. You're awesome, and I am subscribed to you, brother.
And of course, here we have the.
Saber-tooth tiger.
Yep. And of course, that one's pretty easy to discern.
Like I said, I hope they
Yeah.
clean it up a little bit, and I hope these aren't the final looks for the Zords, because while they do look kind of cool and they are going more the Pacific Rim style, Bayformer style, which is cool. A, I want to see full Zords to see what they look like, but B, I don't know about you guys, but looking at the texturing on the Zords of these images, it's too perfect. It's too shiny and stuff. It's reminding me a lot of the fucking Ninja Megazord in the Power Rangers movie, like how fake that looked. I'm like, oh, please don't do that.
Uncanny Valley. It's right at the Uncanny Valley.
Yeah, no, this isn't that bad, but just the texturing on it, it's so plasticky, and I'm like, no, just no, all the no's. Please don't tell me that's the final texturing on your Zords, because it looks terrible.
Mhm.
The designs so far look decent. Like, I want to see the whole Zord before I make a judgment on that. But the texturing just looks so bad. It looks, like I said, almost like 90s CG bad. That's how bad that texturing looks to me.
It looks almost like Transformers 2-like.
A little bit.
So that's why I'm like,
Honore Michael Bay.
that's why I'm like,
Yeah.
I will admit, I am looking forward to seeing the Megazord, because I have a feeling that's going to look badass.
Yes.
Admittedly, what part of is that the leg that she's standing on?
Yeah, if you look at the point that's on the far left side of the poster, that's its back toe on the back of its claw, and you can see the front of the claws that are yellow on the right
okay.
side. Basically,
That's the back right
she's
leg.
standing on the tiger's back leg facing away from it.
Fair enough. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's its ass behind her. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Got it.
Pretty much.
Oh, okay, that doesn't fill me with hope. Because if you look at how that leg and stuff is, that almost looks like the saber-tooth tiger's really squat. And I'm like, oh god, please don't make
Well,
it
actually,
squat.
it's not, because what it is, if you look carefully, see the claw foot,
Yeah,
see the metal that comes up past where she's standing, and see where it connects to that darker black part?
yeah.
That's a knee.
That's a knee?
See where it connects right
Yes.
there? Because see, its ankle connects to the claw, and then that's its knee, where the lighter metal connects to the darker metal, and then the black metal is its upper leg.
Oh, so it's actually
See,
squatting down. Fair enough.
Yeah.
No, it's actually
See,
it's standing, because that black metal goes all the way up. That's just its long leg, and it's standing and knees bending forward a little bit.
Yeah.
Ah.
She's standing on the back of its calf on the rear right leg.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Like I said, I really need to see these things fulls, or just to get an idea of what they actually look like.
Yeah,
But that's cool.
Basically, what you're seeing there. Oh,
Yeah, I know
is-
what Tech was saying.
yeah, she's standing right about here.
Fair enough.
Here.
Hmm. Fair enough.
So
I also really want to see how they're going to reimagine the command center.
I want to see that as well.
Yeah.
They better get the command center right. With technology where it is now, that needs to be right. I also want to see Rita's Moon Palace if they're doing that.
That'll be interesting. I want to see Goldar.
If they're gonna have Goldar, they may just have just Rita.
They could.
Yeah. Basically, compared to the original series command center, they can next gen it compared to the original series computers.
Yep.
Yep.
Although technically they already did that. It was called the Power Chamber.
Oh,
He's got
fuck
a point.
you!
Anyway.
That piece of shit does not count.
Anyway. So that's all of those posters. I think we reached the end, right? Yep, cycle back around. Okay. So next we're gonna go over here. So let's stick with the movie news first. We'll do this first. So it was announced that at New York Comic Con there will be a panel with the cast of the Power Rangers. That's on Saturday, October the 8th at 2 p.m. in the theater at Madison Square Garden, part of New York Comic Con. So if you're excited about that and you want to go check it out, tough shit because the tickets sold out 2 months ago. I'm estimating on ticket sellout time, but the tickets are completely sold out except for Thursday. So unless this is some extraneous event that you can get separate tickets to, if it's part of the con, you can't get in. If you already have your New York City Comic Con tickets, though, make sure to go check it out.
Indeed.
Information, the cast, like I said, will be there for interviews, and for everything that's being said, there will be footage at this. So whether just a clip or whether a trailer, some kind of footage will be present at this panel.
And I will say, as I said off camera before we started, of all the comic conventions to wait for to show footage, this is the one they chose.
Hell yeah, it
Not
is.
San Diego Comic-Con or, Power Morphicon.
Well, this makes a lot of sense for a couple of reasons. Number one, they might not have had it ready for either of those. Number two, San Diego Comic-Con is huge. You're trying to get in San Diego Comic-Con, your shit's going to get lost in the mess of everything else being announced. You're going to get no attention. You do it at Morphicon, yes, you're going to get a lot of attention because Morphicon, but it's a relatively small con, and not a lot of people are going to be there to see it or hear about it. And it's going to take time to spread through the internet. It's not going to have the hype it would at a major Comic-Con. New York Comic-Con is the best of both. You're going to get hype for it, but it's not nearly the San Diego size, so it's small enough that you're going to get attention for it, and people are going to pay attention. It's a big enough con to get attention and get the word out there, but small enough that you're not going to get overwhelmed by a lot of other announcements.
Yes, but then I put to you, compared to San Diego Comic-Con and Power Morphicon and New York Comic-Con, are you going to get enough people who give enough of a shit to actually show up at their panel?
Oh, I think so. It's a Comic-Con. They'll be Power Rangers fans. They'll show up.
There are, but I would argue that both San Diego Comic-Con and especially Power Morphicon gives you a larger audience for what you're creating, specific with these guys specifically.
It does, but New York Comic-Con is still a massive con, dude.
It is.
There's still, hell, freaking, it doesn't matter. The size of the con isn't that big a deal. Hell, I went to Connecticut, which had about 12,000 people at it, which is only a fraction of what you're going to get at New York Comic-Con. Guess what? There were still lines out the door to see Johnny Young Bosch.
Spoiler alert, it's not because he was Adam.
Spoiler alert, most of the pictures on his booth were Power Rangers.
Well, it's because that's what he's known for, but I guarantee you the majority of the people who want to see him would want to see him because he's fucking Ichigo.
No, there were a lot of Power Rangers fans. There were a number of there were a bunch of Power Rangers walking around. There were the best one was our friend the passing the reviewer because he spends $1,200 on a costume. But the fact of the matter is, which reminds me, I don't know if you guys see the pictures. He has a Dino Charge red costume now. But
nice.
But there, basically, there's still, he has signing a lot of pictures. Power Rangers thing. He was showing off the Order trailer. Yes, there was some Ichigo shots and some of the other stuff that he's done. But Power Rangers is still what he's most well known for. That's what a lot of people go to see him for. And there's going to be Power Ranger fans no matter what kind you go to, even if they're not like fans of our level. There are people that be like, "Oh, that Power Rangers movie, I want to go check that out because I like Power Rangers. I want to see what it's all about." They'll get people.
Fair enough. I still say they should have at least had a panel at Morphicon. I felt that was criminal that they didn't at least have a panel at Morphicon of all conventions.
Yeah.
Even if you don't have footage, have the panel. Show, the rabid hardcore fans, the loyal fans of, Power Rangers, the movie you're making, show them the cast. Let them talk with the cast. But you don't even do that. That to me is criminal.
Oh, yeah, because the cast is busy filming. So they need to get the movie made. They probably needed them to film so they could have footage done to show at this. That's how that works.
They could have taken one day out.
I don't know. It also depends on where they're filming. Because if they're filming on this side of the country, flying out to California is a pain in the ass. Whereas here, not that bad.
True, fair enough.
I don't know what they're substituting Angel Grove for with this movie.
Well, given that's Power Rangers, I'm going to go out on a limb and say New Zealand.
Well, I don't know if they're filming in New Zealand. They might be.
Although I would also then say, no, they kind of have to be out on the West Coast because they were at San Diego Comic-Con.
That is true. You are correct.
which would also indicate they're probably shooting out of LA, which means, yeah, no fucking excuse. You should have been at Morphicon.
Fair enough.
Anyway, moving on.
Mm. No, there's more cast than I
Down
thought.
the
They apparently
east side.
cast a bunch of Ranger parents. Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that. Anyway,
I think it would have been awesome if they'd have cast the original Rangers as the parents.
I know filming is in Vancouver.
Oh, okay, it's in Vancouver. That's still not that bad.
It's not that bad. It's not that bad, but the I think the Vancouver portion of Canada is closer to me than to you, isn't it? Or is that on your side?
Nope. It's 6 hours from me.
Fair enough. I don't know Canada.
So they literally have to go across two countries just to get to New York Comic Con.
We'll get.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, actually,
hey guys.
isn't it? Yeah. If you go north from Seattle, you pretty much go into British
Vancouver.
Columbia, don't you?
Yeah. If you just keep going north, you hit Vancouver. Dead on.
Here's another
That's
thing.
what I thought.
So, according to this here, Saban and Lionsgate are developing a PvP fighting video game in collaboration with Enway Games to coincide with the release of the movie.
Ooh, Enway Games. I've never heard of that. I still say the game they need to do, they need to collaborate with, I can't remember who makes the games. They need to make a Power Rangers Warriors game.
Yeah. Enway Games apparently made Chronoblade.
I've not heard of them.
It's an Android iOS game, so said Ranger game may be a phone game. It might not be a game.
Yeah. They need to think about it though. Think about how much like fucking money they can make off of a Ranger Warriors game. Think about it. You start, let's say if they make it to coincide with this movie, so that would be next season, which would be Ninja Steel. You get the Ninja Steel Rangers, you get the core Dino Charge Rangers for Power Rangers Dino Charge, you get those two campaigns, and you get Mighty Morphin Season 1. Everything else is DLC. Think about it. Think of how much content you could have come out over the course of several years of, you have Power MMPR Season 2 and 3. You have Zeo with the Zeo Rangers and villains and stuff, and you have that campaign. And then you flip it around because it's a Warriors game. You would also be able to do villain campaigns and the villains. Think of how much money they would make having all these different packs and stuff out for the different seasons. And that would be like the most massive roster ever in a Warriors game by the end of it. If you include all the DLC, be
Fair
amazing.
Fair enough.
Dude, you do know that's kind of evil on EA levels.
Yeah.
But it would work and people would pay for it.
Anyway, let's get back on topic here. So check out that panel if you're going to be at Comic-Con.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the other announcement.
People at New York Comic Con, put that shit online. We who didn't know about this want to see this shit.
Nobody knew about this.
Exactly. So we want to see this shit.
So
Put it online.
people might recognize this picture from Power Morphicon, earlier mentioned. These are the Ninja Steel Rangers.
Mm-hmm.
We might have heard of these folks. They were introduced, of course, Blue Ranger being the brother of Yoshi Sudarsu, current Dino Charge Blue Ranger, Peter Sudarsu. And these Rangers were announced for Power Rangers Ninja Steel. However, recent information indicates that there was a casting change, which has been known to happen sometimes, but not as often as one might think.
Okay.
And in this case, the original Ninja Steel Yellow Ranger who was going to be the original actor who was
Chance Simpson.
Thank you, Chance Simpson, who is on the far left of this picture you're seeing right now, for reasons unknown, has left the role of the character of Calvin, the Yellow Ranger. Calvin.
The first male Yellow Ranger since bloody Mystic Force.
Yep. And so he is no longer here, and instead replacing him in this image put out, as you can see on the left there, is new actor Nico Greetham.
Am I the only one disappointed by the fact that they replaced the black guy with a white guy?
Yeah, people brought that up.
That's kind of bullshit.
But there's been, unfortunately, other than Nico saying he's glad to be out and everything, there's been very little information as to why the change was made, and that's what we don't know.
Oh, well, I will say I'm glad the White Ranger styled her hair for this photo. The big poofy frizzy look in the original one, yeah, it wasn't working, honey. But yeah, I'd like to know why he left. And like I said, the only complaint I have is kind of the racist one of, really, you replaced him with a white guy? Come on.
Yes,
Well,
yes, they did.
Go back to the original Morphicon picture. I wouldn't exactly call him black. But anyways. Christ. I'm going to feel ancient compared to these Rangers. Anyways, next bit of news.
See what you did there. Yeah.
Do I need to bring up Topogera?
Okay, then.
Or as you might know, the White Drago.
Okay, Chance might be Hispanic, but still. It's non-white guy for a white guy. That's the gist of it. It's like, really?
Yeah.
Come on. Come on.
Fair enough. So hopefully there was legitimate reasons for the casting change, and of course we wish Chance Simpson all the best in his future career endeavors, and we're happy to have Nico Grace the best part of the Ranger family. And Chance Simpson, you're still a part of the Ranger family. You always will be. Don't forget that, because if Audrey DeVois can show up at every Morphicon ever, damn it, so can you.
Yes. The premiere trainee, Audrey DeVois.
Unless he pulled a Rick Medita, in which case, nah.
Hey.
Allegedly, he has not been convicted of anything.
Rick? Yes, he has.
No. He was arrested for it. He has not yet been tried and convicted.
I thought he was convicted. Fair enough.
No, that did not happen yet, to my knowledge.
Fair enough. Anyway, we shall see. We shall see.
Indeed. And I believe, that's all the Power Rangers news I got, except for this part anyway. We're going to move on now. I'll close this out. There I am. So
There you
next
are.
up, we're going to talk a little bit about Dino Supercharge.
Sounds good.
So, of course, episode 13 aired today, September the 24th. Well, technically yesterday. It's now 3 in the morning. So yesterday, Saturday, the 24th of September. And we are fast approaching that episode 20 end of the series. Things kick it up a little bit here.
Gotta kick it up a notch.
Anyway.
God damn it.
So, of course, the first 8 episodes aired before the big summer hiatus. We came back to episode 9. And we've made it up to episode 13 thus far. For those who don't know what's going on in Power Rangers Dino Supercharge, we will catch you up briefly. If you saw the first season, basically, a guy named Keeper came to Earth to protect the powerful Energems, gave them to dinosaurs to be protected. Evil bounty hunter named Sledge tried to get them. Keeper blew his ship up with a bomb. Took him 65 million years to tow it back to Earth. Proceeds to send his bounties as basically minions down to try to catch the Energems. Fails every time. Manages to steal one for himself briefly. Rangers beat him up and blow up his ship again. It crashes down to Earth. Season 2 comes around. Powerful prisoner from solitary confinement known as Heckle with an alternate form Snide takes over and has been attempting to steal the Energems and destroy the Rangers this season.
Hi, Simon.
Basically. You are not wrong about this.
Yeah, and I'm just trying to... Which one's Heckle? Which one's Snide?
Heckle is the human, Snide is the monster. Heckle is the human, Snide is not Zeltrax.
He's Japanese new Zeltrax.
He's literally Simon, though. He even stole Simon's catchphrase, according to Chris Amol, "Hello, darling."
Pretty much. So Heckle and Snide have been trying to steal the Energems from the wreckage of Sledge's ship, which nobody has found somehow.
Seriously?
And evidently. So they've been trying to steal the Energems with very little avail. Meanwhile, of course, over the course of time, the Rangers have been finding more Energems and thereby more Rangers. It started off with the original 5. First Chase, then Coda was found in ice, and then Tyler, Riley, and Shelby, of course, joined in the pilot. And since then, down the line, they have managed to locate the Gold Ranger, Sir Ivan of Xandar. They managed to get themselves a Graphite Ranger, Prince Philip of Xandar. And they have managed to locate Tyler's father, who is the Aqua Ranger. In addition to this, they located the Purple Ranger, who voluntarily gave up his Energem, which then rebonded with Kendall, who is now the Purple Ranger. Kendall being the mentor of the team.
Mm-hmm. Related or not related to Kendricks?
Miss
It's a good question. It's hard to say. We did meet Kendall's grandma in last week's episode. Her name was Grandma Betty.
Okay.
So.
And so that means we've got 1 through 6, 7, 8, 9. That means for those who've been watching Kyoryuja, we're missing Kyoryu Silver, the Silver Ranger.
Correct, and that is kind of in recent events. Kyoryu Silver has contacted the Rangers, the Silver Ranger, and it turns out that the Silver Energem hasn't been on Earth in a long time. It's in space.
Zane found the Silver Energem?
Somebody did.
Hey, this is silver. It must belong to me. Click.
M-E-G-A.
But wasn't the Silver Ranger
Three.
Oh, it could be freaking Tyzon.
in Kyoryuja? Wasn't the Silver Ranger the bird guy, the mentor?
The Silver Ranger was Torin, the mentor.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was thinking, oh, Keeper's probably going to be the Silver Ranger, but I guess not.
I don't think so.
No.
Also, in Kyoryuja, there was not only the mentor Torin as a Silver Ranger, but Red's father was a Silver Ranger as well after Torin's death.
Ah.
And he kind of worked out odds with the Rangers.
Well,
Spoilers
at any rate,
for what's going to happen later in Supercharge.
I don't think
Possibly.
so.
Yeah, considering Red's father is the Aqua Ranger in Power Rangers.
If you've been reading the wikis, you'll know. Yes. Dino's charge Red Ranger's father is Aqua. But there's still the footage of the Silver Ranger fighting the Kyoryujas.
Ah, that's true.
There's still the footage of effectively the evil Silver Ranger.
Fair enough. Anyway, so here's what's going on.
And for those who watch Kyoryuja, you can see where this is going.
Yeah. So Heckle and Snide have been fighting, have been trying to steal the Energems from the Rangers through a variety of means, to little success across the board. For a brief time, they were joined by an additional general who went by the name of Singe. He was a flame-based general who came down in a small shuttle pod from somewhere, joined them for a brief time, but was at odds with Fury during most of that, who suspected that he was hiding things, and overheard him making a secret transmission to somebody. And after a while, Heckle figured out, exactly what, that he was up to something. And, Snide had no problem with Singe and liked him being around, but Heckle did not. So after he realized, Snide may like you, Snide may like you, but I don't, and I know you're hiding something. I suggest you leave. And basically, the fight, he threw him out, and then he says to Fury, Fury, if Singe ever shows his face again, destroy him with pleasure. So basically that happened. And so Singe got in his pod and left. After spending most of his time on Earth complaining of a headache. Throwback? Random? You be the judge.
Yeah.
Anywho.
Well, it fits the footage of I think which one, but yeah.
Yeah. So we
Man, these guys are such a pain.
Yep. So at the end of the last episode, they've been having some trouble contacting the Silver Ranger because interstellar communication is a pain in the ass. Because nobody invented subspace yet. So effectively they finally managed to contact the guy. And upon speaking to him, they say, hey, you know, Silver Ranger, we need your help here. Because they are, well, basically they're trying to reestablish contact to find out where he is and, you know, can he come back to Earth? Well, we'll get there in a minute. Basically, he manages to contact him and says, hey, I'm the Silver Ranger. I've got the Silver Energy Gem. Be aware of this, but there's some darkness out here. I'm battling some darkness and some evil, and I might need your help with this. And at the end of the last episode, he informed them. Let's see here, down here. He informed them that they were facing a very large problem in regards to this darkness he was fighting, and he speaks to Keeper. And he reveals that what he has encountered is the Dark Energy Gem.
Death Buger.
Ooh.
This episode opens with Keeper proceeding to give an exposition dump to everybody else about what the hell that is. And he basically explains that when this happened, the good energy of the universe was used to create 10 good energy gems. But the dark energy gem was formed inadvertently out of the darkness that was left behind when we did that. And that the dark energy the powers of the dark energy gem are the only things that can cripple the good energy gems.
So yeah, Death Future, Ferocious Knight D.
Yeah.
Thomas Speedor.
He also explains that the dark energy gem was sealed inside a planet for safekeeping.
Okay.
You know what that planet is?
What's that?
I'm not kidding you. Sealed inside the planet Sentai 6.
Let me guess. Spelt with a C, not an S.
No, straight up spelled with an S. Or well, we don't know. We didn't see it written down, but all the websites are listing it with an S.
So Sentai, as in Task Force 6. Oh,
Basically,
great.
the Power Rangers wiki has made the suggestion that this is, in addition to being a reference to Super Sentai overall, the 6 might be in reference to the 6th season being Go-Go V, a team who happened to be powered by gems.
Sixth season.
Go 5.
Go-Go 5 was basically our 8th season, but I think it's Goggle 5.
Oh, Goggle
As
5.
in-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Goggle 5.
So at any rate, this Keeper gives this exposition dump, and they realize that this could be a problem, and the Keeper it's explained that an unknown warlord destroyed the planet Sentai 6 to get the gem.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, back on Sledge's ship, it's time for a new approach to destroying the Rangers. When Heckle finds out that Wrench has been working on a secret side project.
Okay.
A project that he calls Fortress.
Oh boy.
Okay.
And basically, they demonstrate with some mimics and clips that basically Fortress has been programmed with a variety of moves to counteract the Dino Charge Ranger's various Zords.
Okay.
It's pointed out by Heckle that that's good that it can do this, but it's not smart. Something has to tell it what moves to counter. And Wrench points out that...
Oh boy, yeah, I can see what this one's going to be.
What's this one going to be?
It's going to be something to do with the monster that basically destroyed the Silver Ranger Zord in Kyoryuja. Or at least brought it down to the depths of hell, temporarily.
Okay, then. Someone should go to heaven and tell Barda to resurrect it.
Well, the thing is, the Kyoryuja base was actually inside the Silver Ranger Zord.
Okay, then.
So,
What's his dinosaur?
yeah.
What's his dinosaur again?
Basically Titanus.
I don't know. Oh, that's right. Yeah, because
remember.
the Rangers already have that Zord. Because the Silver Ranger was like, "Hey, I think my Zord's on Earth. My energy's acting up because of it. Could you go find that thing for me? Thanks."
Yeah.
Right, they did that. Okay. Anyway, so Wrench points out. Yeah. So Wrench points out that he thought of this, and that when hit by a magna beam blast, Fortress develops his own cockpit. So back at the cafe, the plot for the episode is that Chase is attempting to impress a food critic. Why, I don't know.
Oh, Christ.
He's trying to do this by making a pavlova. Or pavola, sorry, if you know what that is.
Yes,
well, Pavlova, you got it right.
Yeah, Pavlova. Also
That's
known
right.
as just Pav.
Yeah. But unfortunately, every time he makes it, it explodes.
Aussies and Kiwis. Considering
Okay.
one of the key ingredients to a good Pav is friggin' meringue.
Yeah.
So anyway, this doesn't work, and a third of which explodes onto her face at first. She is infuriated and leaves to go give the Dino Bite Cafe a bad review. So before the newly formed Fortress can be used, unfortunately, Heckle runs into something unexpected.
Okay.
The return of Singe, who shows up and proceeds to introduce two new monsters, one being named Doomwing.
Mad Tordian.
And he also proceeds to introduce his employer, Lord Arcanon.
Okay, then.
Lord Arcanon proceeds to march in and immediately take control of the place. There is a short battle where Heckle tries to fight him, and Lord Arcanon wipes the floor with him. Snide then takes over and orders the Magna Beam to be fired, enlarging the fortress with himself inside it.
Yeah.
However, much to the surprise of Heckle's existing minions, Doomwing then pulls out his own Dino Chargers and proceeds to summon the Zords to form the Plesio Charge Megazord.
Oh boy!
Specifically the Pachyrex formation, if you're wondering.
God.
Okay, then.
So this of course sets off the Rangers' alarm systems, and they immediately go to check it out. Except for Chase, who apparently in the ensuing cake explosion dropped his Energem in the food critic's purse.
Of course he did.
Oh, Christ.
Or at least he believes he did. So, Doomwing, Arcanon, and Singe do their best to defeat the giant fortress monster. However, Wrench did a great job with Fortress, and it allows Snide to defeat the Plessio Megazord with one punch. Doomwing then summons the other Zords, except for the Titanozord, and forms the Dino Charge Megazord Tristego formation and the Terra Charge Megazord Pararaptor formation.
Yeah. Titanozord, that's bragging us.
Yes.
In the Sentai.
The Rangers show up, but unfortunately, as when they attempt to try to use their chargers to take back control of the Zords, it don't work.
Why am I not surprised?
Yep. So, as Chase manages to find the food critic and get back his Energem, and at this part of the battle, the Megazord battle sends some debris flying at him and the food critic, and he manages to get them out of the way. Grateful for this, Alistair gives Chase advice about his Pavola. If you use the same recipe over and over again, well, tell the wiki, not tell the Power Rangers wiki, not me.
Fucking Americans.
It's Pavlova. It's whoever wrote the wiki doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about.
Well, then go tell JG Ranger to fix it.
I'll help. Yeah.
Anyway,
it's that wiki, not the other wiki that I'm on, that I normally use.
It's Ranger. Nah. It's Ranger wiki.
Yeah, the one that I'm looking at is Power Rangers Wikia, which has Sentai and Ranger stuff on it.
Fair enough. Anyway. So, she gives him the advice that if you follow the same recipe over and over again, you'll never get different results.
Mm-hmm.
So back in the battle, Snide and Fortress's attacks force the trio of villains out of the Megazords. Doomwing tries to summon the Titanozord, but Lord Arcanon swats the Titanocharger away too infuriated, and they take the action elsewhere. The Rangers are able to regain control of their Zords at this point, and they do battle with the giant fortress with Snide in it. And Chase is reminded of the critic's advice, and inspired by this, Krendel reveals that she has a new configuration they can use, but it's going to take time. So, the Rangers continue the fight and switch over to the Titanocharger Megazord, which is ineffective against Fortress. Kendall shows up morphed and proceeds to use the new charger she has summoned to form the Dino Charge Ultrazord.
Why am I not surprised?
At this point, Heckle takes over for Snide and he transforms back, but the Zord is then destroyed because Heckle can't do anything to stop it.
Okay.
Heckle is then left at Arcanon's mercy, and the Rangers manage to find one of Doomwing's dark chargers. We come back to the cafe, and Chase makes another pavlova, which the food critic, which is based off his grandmother's recipe, and the food critic immediately enjoys it. And down in the lab, the Rangers discovered that they're shocked to discover how similar these evil chargers are, and they came to the conclusion that they had to be made based on their own data, which only one person besides them has their data, and that's because at the top of the episode they said in an attempt to help battle the Dark Energem, they sent their data to the Silver Ranger.
How come you're not looking at the camera?
Because I don't feel like looking at the camera right now.
Well, you fail.
Yeah, well, shut up. Meanwhile, back at Sludge's ship, Lord Arcanon has Heckle thrown back into his solitary confinement cell, declaring that he's in charge. Singe asks what they're going to do about the Rangers, to which Arcanon replies opening the book that he carries and revealing a multicolored light show that it won't matter because they won't be alive anymore. So there you go. We have new villain, Lord Arcanon, and his associate Doomwing. Heckle has been put aside. We have Dark Dino Chargers and the new Dino Charge Ultrazord.
And a Silver Ranger.
We had a Silver Ranger a couple episodes ago.
Fair enough. I'm assuming that multicolored light is the Dark Charger, hinting at the coming of Death Ryuger.
Could be.
Death Charger.
But yeah, the Pavlova.
Okay. Pavlova. Good to know.
Yeah. It's a meringue-based dessert named after the ballerina Anna Pavlova, and was developed either in Australia or New Zealand in the 1920s.
Tasty.
But it's a favorite and, well, it's favorite and basically a national dish for both Aussies and Kiwis.
Fair enough.
So does that do it for Power Rangers, Mr. Phoenix?
It does. Stay tuned for next time, and we'll by the end of next month we'll be just about we'll be close to because figure assuming we have 4 episodes in November, or at least 3, that's going to put us at episode 16 or 17. So we'll only be a few from the finale at that point. So we'll see how that plays out when we get that far.
Right.
Mm.
And if it means anything, the next episode is titled Silver Secret.
Are they going to take the Silver Ranger and make him the Death Ryuger?
I don't
Mm.
That'd be
Who knows?
So there we go.
Well, remember what I said about there being 2 Silver Rangers in Kyoryuja?
Mm-hmm.
And there's Torin and his evil counterpart Mad Torin.
Mm-hmm.
Take a wild guess as to what they're doing with Power Rangers with those 2 key facts.
Well, Keeper and Mad Keeper.
Not quite.
Or
There's still gonna
Silver
be-
and Mad Silver.
It's basically Torin and Mad Torin. Yeah.
Ah.
Basically,
Fair enough.
Mad Torin is going to be the evil Silver.
Ah.
It's what I'm going to guess it's going to be.
So they're actually going to use Torin in Dino Charge, but just not as the mentor? That'll be
I
interesting.
wouldn't say it's going to be the mentor,
That's why I said not as the mentor. They're just using him as the Silver Ranger.
but yeah. Oh, yeah.
Fair enough. So let's kick
Yeah.
over to tech for Kamen Rider.
Fuck you at the moment,
All-Star.
okay?
Yep. Nothing for Power Rangers news.
Go, Gold Star! Well,
Back over to you, Jeff.
Yeah, like I said, let's kick over to tech for Kamen Rider Ghost.
well, today was the last episode, the 50th episode of Ghost. The next rider, X-Aid. And the first episode of X-Aid will be airing next Sunday. What are you going for?
Kamen Rider what?
X-Aid.
X-Aid?
EX-AID. As
Okay.
in first aid, medical.
Ah. Okay then.
Yeah, from what we've been basically presented already, going to be not only video game based, but the actual characters are going to be working in a hospital. That's their day job.
Okay,
They
so
are
he's
medical people.
apparently wow.
They're
He's the
basically
king on
rehashing Mega Ranger as a rider series.
He looks like Decade on crack. Because he's like pinkish, purplish, and black with some green. But he's got like that Akiba Ranger style hair, and he's got like a fucking controller. He looks like Decade on crack. Wow. Just wow.
Well, the also
Jim, can anybody
as,
show their... Can anybody
remember
share, or
which
it can only be you that shares?
YouTuber.
I don't know. If you look to your left hand assortment of options. Is there a green screen with an arrow on it?
Screen share?
Yeah.
Hit that and then select the window you want to share from the menu.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure. It won't let me share just that. Okay, well, fair enough then.
Then you got to
I-
share the whole browser window if that's what you're doing.
Yeah, I'll share the entire screen. Boom. Okay, focus on me.
Yep.
That's Kamen Rider X8.
Okay.
Yeah, he's Kamen Rider Decade on fucking crack. And I don't know what the deal is with Mini X8 over there, but what the fuck?
That chibi form is his. That's level 1. Chibi X8 is level 1 form. The regular form is his level 2 form.
Oh
And that thing in his belt that's sticking up, that's actually the collectible gimmick for the series.
The green thing. The green and pink thing.
The bloody Astro switches sort of thing. You just plug it in and no. The green and pink thing, the green thing on his waist is his tension belt. The pink thing sticking up out of it.
Yeah.
The pink thing that's got the clear plastic
This thing.
chip or card on it. Gimmick.
This thing here.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
And you can actually see a lot better over near the logo.
Yeah, right there. Yeah, that's the thing right there. Your cursor on it.
But
So, yeah.
Oh, he has a level up system. I'm sorry, that looks fucking stupid. I'm not gonna lie, that looks stupid.
Yeah. Also, the show's title is a double pun, as the aid in X-Aid is an allusion to first aid, and the Japanese pronunciation in katakana is eguzeto, which loosely sounds like the English word excite. Excito.
So what the hell is this?
Excito. Exeto.
It's a hammer with A and B on it. What the?
That's
god!
his weapon. At least he's.
Oh my god!
Well, like I said, they are video game based.
He's wielding a
like
hammer
a
for a
Famicom
Wiimote.
controller. Actually, a Super Famicom controller.
No, he's
Also known as the
wielding a
SNES.
hammer. He's wielding a hammer form Wiimote. What the fuck? Wow. Like, this is Kamen Rider Captain N the Game Master right here. Oh, jeez, dude. Wow. Well, now I've seen it all.
Indeed.
Fuck my net. But yeah, he's wielding the Gashikon Breaker in
How do I
hammer
turn this
mode.
off? How do I turn off the screen share?
Just
The stop button.
There's a stop button.
There's supposed to be. There you go.
Oh, there we go. You just hit the screen share button again. Fair enough.
Yeah, usually there's a stop button because you have to present to everyone, and then there's usually a stop button involved.
Fair enough, but continue tech. Just wow. Now I've seen everything.
this is the weapon.
Gashikon Breaker. Oh, of course it has a sword formation.
And the character's name is Imo Hojo as X-Aido.
Action Gamer
And
level 1. So when he henshins, he shrinks. He's the reverse Justin. What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's not how it's supposed to work.
But yeah. And the monsters of the week are Bugsters.
I do not have high hopes for this one. I'm sorry.
Hey, I didn't have high hopes for Wizard, but I enjoyed it.
At least Wizard looked cool. Come on.
No. Beast looked cool.
I liked Wizard, but fair enough.
Hyper.
I liked Wizard because he looked like he had like a trench coat as part of his armor because he had the butt cape thing. I was like, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, continue with Ghosto.
But yeah, today was the last episode of Ghost. Next Sunday is going to be the first episode of X-Aid, and X-Aid premiered in today's episode of Ghost. And they previewed the Gash Hut, the Shakakiri Sports Gash Hut for the rider Genmu.
What was that, his bike?
And that's all we know of him at the moment. Nope. It's his, you know that thing, that pink thing with the credit card type thing on it?
Yeah.
That I pointed out to you? Yeah. That's the Gas Hut.
Fair enough.
That's the transformation trinkets. It is the belt. The rider Gash Hut is the transformation trinkets. Think of them as like plug and play game cartridges, which is quite literally what they pretty much are.
Wait, so his tension
But yeah,
device
the,
is based on plug and play game cartridges.
Pretty much.
So they completely stole the Famicom and Rider. What the fuck? Right down to the fucking color scheme. Fuck you, Toei.
The Famicom and Rider wasn't pink; he was red.
Fair enough,
Okay.
but they still stole the entire fucking gimmick.
Yeah, but the Shakakiri Sports Gash Hut has been released as a promo item, basically, and Dossum Rider has a review up of it on YouTube about 10, 11 hours ago, as of recording. But yeah, think of the Gash Huts as basically game cards.
I'd like to see
Gaia
this in
memories.
action, but yeah, just based on the pure look of that rider, I'm like, oh, good God.
Yeah, that's a weird looking rider. Is he supposed to be a Kiba rider? Is that the joke?
No, he's the next rider.
No,
Fair enough.
he is the next official Heisei rider. He's the 27th rider
what's the
overall,
next-
and he's the 18th of the Heisei.
What's the next Sentai season?
It's Shuoja, isn't it?
Ucho Sentai,
What is
Q
it?
Ranger.
Oh, Q Ranger.
Oh, another Dino team? Oh, the space one. That's right. How the fuck are they going to work that in with fucking Famicom and Rider over here? That's going to be
Video
weird
game
team
rider,
up.
yeah. Well, consider how Power Rangers managed to take a video game themed Sentai and turn them into Space Rangers.
Yeah, but they didn't have to team them up with fucking Mega Ranger. That would have been weird. Oy vey.
Basically,
That's wow.
Q Ranger is basically Forze the Sentai,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, if you didn't-
X-Aid is Mega Ranger the rider.
Yeah, if you didn't know, Jim, basically the next Sentai team is Power Rangers in space.
Okay.
That's quite literally what they're doing.
It's
They're
the
making a space team.
With animals?
Uchu
No,
Okay.
Power Rangers has done it. Lost Galaxy.
That is true. You are correct.
Yeah, we don't know anything other than just the name at the moment.
But anyway, you
And we
did
know
not
that
see.
because of trademark bots.
Yeah,
Um,
anyway, Tech, you did not see the last 5 episodes or so of Ghosto. So
I'm still at episode 41.
yeah,
I'm catching
last 10.
up.
fair enough.
So, what is your opinion thus far on Ghosto?
Fucking awesome! It gets a little bit cheesy, but it's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Especially with the three rider team they have. Because you have Ghost, Spectre, and Necrom. As in Necromancer.
Wait, is that Wizard with a hoodie? Or is that no?
Which
That might
one?
be Ghost with Wizard's powers. That's probably why it's Wizard with a hoodie. Fair enough.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah,
insane.
and with Ghost, they have the 15 heroic icons, as in Musashi, Billy the Kid, Edison, but they also have the rider icons. Icons that contain basically the power of previous riders.
For those wondering, this is Ghost. Yeah, take a look at this, Jim. This is Ghost. This is the rider following Ghost.
Hang on, go back to Ghost. Okay.
The guy in the orange. That's Ghost. He wears a hoodie. Like, look down here. He's got Wizard's powers, so he's got a hoodie. So yeah, he's
Okay.
wearing a jacket with a hoodie kind of thing. Like this. He's got Double's powers over here.
Okay.
So apparently he can form shift into different riders, which is kind of weird. There's Gaim, Forze.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's O's down there. I don't know who the fuck that's supposed to be.
Also, Ghost.
Who's this?
Okay. Orange is Ghost. Blue is Spectre. Red is Drive.
Oh, that's Drive.
Then
Oh,
you
are
have
these
Double,
Spectre's forms on the
Gaim,
right?
Forze,
Is Spectre
Wizard,
the
and
one
O's.
that goes Double, Forze, and O's?
Yes.
Ah,
As you can, basically, the Wisp horns will tell you which rider is which. Because each
okay.
of
Fair
the
enough.
3 main riders has a different Wisp horn design and different number of Wisp horns. Ghost has 1 horn.
Right, because you know.
Spectre has 2.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, you'll notice here up on like Excel, he's got a single horn, but over here, like on Forza, he's got the double. Fair enough. I didn't notice that before. See, admit it. Ghost looks fucking cool. And then you go over. This is the next season. You're like, what the fuck?
Jeff, that's not Axel. That's Drive.
Oh, this is Drive.
As in, yeah, they only use the main rider as the source of the rider icons. And that belt you see clearly on the Gaim form, that's the Ghost Driver.
Ah, oh, right here.
Yeah.
Admittedly,
Basically, you
the
pop it
rider-
open.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, you pop the faceplate down, slot the icon in, close the faceplate up, pull the handle out, hand movements, slam the handle back in, and it opens it up again and activates the transformation.
Nice. Admittedly, the rider hoodies look fucking cool. I have to assume they've created a line of rider hoodies in Japan.
I have no idea at the moment.
Admit it, you want the wizard hoodie. Or the double hoodie. The
Actually,
double
I'd
hoodie
rather
looks
the
cool.
Now,
The double,
count
yeah.
up your crimes.
The Gaim hoodie looks cool too.
Hmm.
I also noticed he's got a chest design that looks. I go, oh, that's Ghost's chest plate. So it just changes the hoodie and the helm. Fair enough. And the color scheme,
Yep.
I guess.
Well,
yeah.
actually, the mask persona. Yeah.
Yes.
The
Yes.
faceplate is the mask persona, and that changes depending on which icon he's using, depending on which Parker Ghost he has.
Hmm.
And that's quite literally the name of the hoodie and whatnot. It's the Parker Ghosts.
Parka ghosts. Okay.
Oh.
Parka, as
Yeah.
in the piece of clothing.
Check that out. Here you go. Here's more ghosts. You can see full ghost with the ghost driver down here. I assume these
Okay.
are the Parka ghosts here.
Yep.
And I
Red,
said-
Musashi. Yellow, Edison. Blue, Newton. Green, Robin Hood.
And I assume these things are the things that you stick into the driver to form shift.
The icons, yeah.
Cool. Admittedly, Ghost looks kind of cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to you.
He's basically had to cheat death at least twice.
Fair enough.
Because, well, he died in the first episode. 99 days later, he effectively re-dies, but is bonded to an extent with his father's spirit to get an extra 99 days and a power-up.
Hmm.
So basically, he's got about 28 weeks worth of life before he basically is kaput, dead, gone. He can't come back to life. That's using his time plus the borrowed time thanks to his father,
Ah,
who died years
Okay.
beforehand.
Fair enough.
But yes, back to Ghosto. You like Ghosto, huh?
So,
Yeah.
he's Darkondo with daddy issues?
Not quite. Well, I'll put it this way. The base of operations is a temple and graveyard. And they're Buddhists. Buddhist monks.
Temple and graveyard. Okay.
Yeah. One common grave we see. The graveyard of Ghost's father.
So it's part Bloodborne. Okay.
Who died about 10 years beforehand. So, yeah. It is an interesting season.
I like it. So, any other Sentai Tokusatsu news, Tech One?
Let's head over to Jewel. We're done with Ghosto.
Okay.
Take it
Yeah.
away, Tech.
I haven't been keeping up with George. I need to dive that.
Yeah, I haven't either,
Yeah.
but I've seen some things with it, and
I still need to dive for George.
I just have to say, what the hell have they done?
Jukyu!
Oh God, that damn voice, Jesus! Like, okay, their suits look okay. I've never been a fan of the onesie suits. That's one of the reasons I could never really get into like Geki Ranger, because it just looked like they were wearing a fucking onesie. But the suits and the suit designs on Georgia,
Well, I'll put it this way: you have a problem with the Geki Ranger suits. Pretend they work on NX-01.
this is true. And I'll admit the Geki suits are better than the Georgia suits because at least they kind of make sense because they're supposed to be like, you know, extreme sports, like race car kind of thing. So it makes sense to be in a onesie kind of thing.
Dude!
Yeah, pretty much. But Georgia, it looks like, and the problem I have with it is not only is it in a onesie, but it looks so fucking cheap. Oh my God. Like the designs look cool, but they look like iron on, like, you know, that type of design where it felt like they didn't even try with these
Tattoos
suits.
on the chest.
Yeah, like silk screened on, and I'm like, oh my Lord. But I could get past it. Like it looked okay. The characters actually seem pretty good. The fight scenes that I've seen look pretty good the way they fight. But they are totally number one. They are totally the Minecraft Rangers because they have the cubes and everything revolves around the cubes and stacking
with the
cubes.
Zords.
Yeah, and
kinda.
you're just like, oh, Minecraft Megazord. Like, here. Let's see if I can find a good picture of it.
Sun, Ni, Each, Jewel King.
Okay then.
And that
I may or may not have practiced that a lot.
will not.
I can
surprise
tell.
me. Pop the share. There. That is Jewel King. Tell me that doesn't look like the Lego Megazord
A little bit.
or Minecraft Megazord because it's all like cubes.
A little bit.
Yeah, admittedly, it doesn't look terrible compared to some other Zords, but just all their Zords are in cubes. Think about it this way, Jim. You're familiar with Portal.
I am familiar with Portal.
Their Zords are their companion cubes.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's basically Portal Rangers at this point. But
Okay.
that voice, that Tachi was, oh my God, the announcer for their thing. I understand what they were going for because they're supposed to be animals. Oh, I should also mention the Geogers. You notice they have different animal spirits. They actually have animal forms, and it's kind of who they are, sort of.
Except for
Alright
Red
then.
Ranger.
Except for Red, who's actually a human. And
Right,
I'll
that
show
much I
you-
knew about. Yeah, I remember hearing about that when the series was announced.
So here is a huge ass wallpaper showing the Rangers in their Ranger forms and the Rangers in their like animal forms.
And their human disguises.
Yeah, and then their actual human forms. This is Ray Ranger. He just grows wings because Falcon. Unless he goes ape, then he becomes big and buff and beefy.
Okay then.
Homo, Kakuse, Jewel Eagle.
Yeah, and you know, like here's elephant dude down here. Here's shark chick. It's kind of like literally you have Zora Ranger over here. Legend of
Okay,
Zelda,
then.
take note. You know, you have Lion King Ranger over here.
Uh-huh.
So, it's kind of weird. You see the cubes too. It's based all around cubes, but that voice again. I know what they're going for there because it's supposed to be like a jungle type ranger. So the announcer voice for the morphs and stuff. They're trying to go for more of a They're trying to go for more of a Tarzan type. You know, like the that kind of thing, which is fine. But with the voice actor they got to do it, with the way he reads the line, and the way the Japanese are interpreting the Tarzan style thing, it just comes off like no, it's the way it all comes out. It just comes off like Simon trying to be the announcer for a morph.
Okay, then.
It sounds so camp and so flamboyant that I'm like, oh my god, did they just hire Simon and tell him to read Japanese? I just, with that, the delivery of the lines, I just can't take it seriously. I'm just like, oh my god, that is so bad. Like I said, really, the fight scenes are pretty cool. Storylines seem decent. At least, like I said, I didn't see a lot, but I saw, because I looked some stuff up on YouTube at one point to look for some morphs and some fights and stuff, and it looks decent. I've seen a lot of the live shows, which are pretty cool. I like watching the Sentai live shows. I think they're kind of neat, even though they're more made for kids. But I could totally see Saban doing a Georgia season just because it's animals and it's pretty generic. They spoiler alert, they do go with the evil Sixth Ranger cliche for this one.
Okay, good to know.
And it's the classic cliche of
and he's got 3 forms off the bat.
Yeah, but it's the classic cliche of he's being basically manipulated or controlled by the villain.
Of course he is.
Yeah.
Of course.
Of course.
Of course.
Yeah, they literally made him Tommy, basically.
I had to do that.
But yeah, I could totally see this being
basically
really
a wolf, crocodile, rhino, Tommy.
The Joe Davaldo. Someone you saw that we showed you a while back when they first announced him. Where he had
I know what it is.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Yeah. So yeah, he's evil. He's basically Tommy. But I could see this series being marketed well as a Power Ranger series. I mean, come on, who doesn't want to buy Animal Companion cubes? Who doesn't want to buy the Lego Megazord? Come on.
This is true.
You know, and like I said, they're generic enough in their animals and their primary colors for the most part. So I could see Saban marketing the shit out of this.
It's possible they could.
If
and
they
it's
do,
basically you're playing Tetris with the Zords.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if they do,
Just step
Saban,
3,
don't-
2, 1.
the reason Tech counted down.
Yeah. Oh.
You all right over there, Tech?
Yeah. I was counting down the formation from the bottom up.
Ah.
Like,
yeah.
Fuck my net, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you have the number 3 Zord, then the number 2 Zord, then the number 1 Zord in a pile, and you shove the sword, the spear sword, through the pile to form the head.
Fair enough.
That's quite literally how they form the sword.
Yeah, but I was saying if Saban does this, if they use it, I just have to say, Saban, do not try to make your morphing announcer the same as the Sentai one. No. Unless you hire Simon, then I'm okay with this.
Fair enough.
But yeah, I also see some good opportunities to do a lot of team ups. I don't know if they have it. That's what I'm looking up right now. Because you could do like the Geku Ranger team up, which would obviously
and the narrator of Georgia, he was Shikari of the Bones. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah,
Of course, there's a
As is-
Go Kaiser team up because why not Go Kaiser?
Of course. It's
And of
also
course,
the 40th anniversary of this series.
Oh, yeah.
and there's also Ghost. Obviously, they always team up with the writer.
Yep. Yeah, there was some kind of big 2017.
Apparently they've
some
got Doggy.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Jim.
I was gonna say, yeah, I was noticing
looking
on the page for the new Decade
Mm-hmm.
on Crack guy that there's some kind of big movie coming up in December 2016. Some kind of 40th anniversary movie or something.
Yeah, if it's 40th anniversary, it's probably
Yep.
the versus movie for the Zyuohger season, which is fair enough.
No, I think it's an additional movie.
Ah,
Yeah.
I think. Hang on. Where is it?
Well, it's the 40th
it's called.
Sentai. It's the 40th Sentai and the 40th anniversary.
Yeah, it says here, Movie War 2017. An untitled Kamen Rider Movie War was announced to be released in Japanese theaters around December 2016. It features a crossover with Kamen Rider Ghost.
oh,
Yeah. Basically, because the first Sentai team ran over 2 years and was the first anniversary team, officially every 5 years, it's the 5th anniversary and the 5th Sentai team in that bundle. So 5, 10, 15, 20, up to 40 currently.
I don't know.
Because that first team ran over 2 years, we've now officially got one team per year on the anniversaries. Now you know what I mean.
yeah, absolutely.
Unlike what Power Rangers is doing.
Well, that first season ran over 3 years.
Yeah, but it's also the first and second anniversary. Technically, In Space was the 5th anniversary, but it was the 6th season.
Well, yeah, because you can't have a 0th anniversary.
Yeah. Yeah, I was trying to remember who was the narrator for the series. And it's not only Shitari of the Bonds, basically Okaru, but he's also one of the later Rangers in Zyuohger as well.
Okay, then.
Zyuoh Whale.
Okay, then.
And he passes his powers onto Zyuoh Eagle, Zyuoh Gorilla, the Red Ranger.
I don't know.
So we have one Ranger who's forms up an eagle, a gorilla, and a whale. Air, land, sea. Anybody feeling hungry right now?
And speaking of Zyuoh Whale, 29th episode of Zyuohger, which I'm not sure if that's aired yet or not. It may have.
It was aired last week.
29th and 30th. It's a two-parter with the Gokaiger, where the Gokaiger is looking for a new treasure, the whale charge gun. And they duke it out with the Zyuohgers to get control of the gun. Meanwhile, Vonglei and the Death Galleons will use their latest technology to revive various Super Sentai villains, such as Dokoku, Rajira, Escape, Debos, and Zetto. So yeah, all the main villains are coming back from the last 5 seasons of Sentai.
Yeah.
Okay, then.
Episode 29, The Monarch of the Monarchs. Air date, September 11th, 2016.
Oh, that's bad business.
It's the 2000th. Yeah, it's the 2000th episode in total of Super Sentai.
Cool.
I want to see this
The
two-parter.
29th episode of the 40th season.
Mhm.
It's the 2000th episode, and it just happens to be on September 11th.
Happened to be, yeah. I totally want to see this two-parter.
Last week was episode 30. This week is episode.
Yeah, it's because it's basically Zyuohger and Gokaiger versus basically the main bad guys of the last 5 seasons. It's like, ooh, that sounds cool.
Indeed.
And of course, the Gokaigers will be using their newest keys, which are the keys of the last 5 seasons, because, yeah, why not? Let's retroactively give them powers they never should have had.
Why not?
Might as well give them the friggin' morphing grid and say the keys are the embodiment of powers of the morphing grid, past, present, and future.
Might as well.
You might as well say the Go-Kaijers are the God Rangers because there's no team in existence now or ever that will be able to stop them if they ever, decide to kill everyone. Because they have all the powers, literally.
So, kind of like how Decade was the God Rider.
Pretty much.
Basically.
But yeah, I want
yeah.
to see that team up. That sounds cool. And I do want to see that big, massive-ass movie that's, I guess, supposedly going to be the 40th anniversary movie. That does sound cool.
That does sound cool.
But yes, I think that does it for Sentai. Does anyone else have anything else they want to say? They want to bring up?
I got nothing.
Dak?
Well, I got one thing to say.
Sure.
I can. Change.
Ha! Nice.
This is the Dynaminder.
Oh, is that the Minder? Okay, fair enough.
And I've got not only the Dynaminder, but the Dino Thunder White, the Power Rangers version of this morpher.
Fair enough. I couldn't quite tell because of the coloration. I actually honestly thought that was the Terra Morpher.
Nah.
Yeah, that is the Minder. It's got the stripes on it. Bakuru Change.
Well, not only that,
Yeah.
but also the key.
But
Also, basically a keyring pull, pulls it out. The Power Rangers version has a little tab you have to pull to open it up. Because the Power Rangers version does not do that.
Right, but I'm saying I thought it was the Yellow Rangers Morpher, not the White Rangers Morpher, is what I was saying. When I initially saw it. Because they look similar.
Oh, yeah, fair enough. You were taking a pterodactyl or pteranodon for a tupuzu ala.
Yes.
That is a mouthful to say. The tupuzu ala.
But yes, thank you both, Jim and Tech, for joining me for the premiere of Spandex Log, the show where we talk about all
You're welcome.
Rangers and Toku. And
We were basically screwed over last month.
Yeah.
we fucked up. That's our bad, yo. We were supposed to talk about Morphicon and we kind of screwed up and missed the date, so our bad.
Yep.
But there will be more coming. We will reconvene again at the end of next month to talk about that month in Rangers and Toku. And we're not actually limited to 1 month. 1 a month is the big show like this. But if stuff, yeah, there you go. But if things come up that we feel we need to talk about, that we make it, we can make a quick 10-minute video on, we may do so. Spandex Log quickies or something. So we'll be constantly talking.
And
with you
don't
people.
forget to watch our Overwatch videos.
Absolutely, we've been into Overwatch, playing competitive. Check that out. I know I'm a little behind on, putting up some videos, but I will. I just need to get into the editing room and edit them and put them up. But there are many matches coming up, many good matches. You'll see them all in all their glory. And if you're a WWE fan, also check out our WWE Fantasy Log, starring myself and our host, Mr. James Phoenix, over there with John.
Don't forget next week's episode. We will be taking a look at the Clash of Champions.
Absolutely, it's going to be a giant-sized episode. And actually, for any of you out there who have been following our WWE Fantasy Log, we're going to change the format because we decided that shit's too long, and we're going to give you 2 videos for the price of 1.
Yes, we decided it would be simpler to do certain aspects separately. So,
Which is free anyway.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you will not have to sit through 3 hours of us talking about WWE. You're only going to sit through an hour and a half.
Come on, we're already giving this stuff away for free.
Pretty much.
So we're tinkering with it. Obviously, we just started. I mean, we've been doing videos and stuff for a while, but we've just started with this channel, so we're kind of feeling our way through the shows, and I think it's working out well. So join us again end of next month for another Spandex Log. And may the power protect you all.